Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to Dolphin. Today's topic is very, very, very controversial. But don't judge me yet. Let's dive into it. Supply and demand is not a strategy. You understand the concept you're trying to trade. I understand the concept, but the word we're using for it is not. Supply and demand can never be a strategy because for any transaction, for any price movement to happen, for any price movement to happen, for any transaction to happen, there must be presence of buyers and sellers. Somebody must be ready to buy, someone must be ready to sell. That is supply and demand. It must be present at all times. If there's no supplies, there will be no demand. If there is no demand, there will be no supply. So supply and demand is the market itself. It's not a strategy. And it can never be. Because for any transaction to happen, for any candle to move, there must be presence of buyers and sellers at the same time. So what are we trading? The concept of the supply and demand we are trading support and resistance. Because every price movement happen because buyers and sellers interact. Are you getting me? Because buyers interact. If supply and demand is not If supply and demand does not exist, market will not exist. What we actually trade is called what do you call it? Uh decision zones. Decision zones, when price slow down, when price reacted again, that is what we actually trade. So we call it support and resistance. Breathe in, breathe out. Any area you see support and resistance is very, very easy to trade. Don't let me bore you too much. Very, very, very easy to trade. If you are using an higher time frame data, market is bullish on higher time frame, or market is bearish, no matter the trend it is, it's the same concept. So if market is bullish, then you are trading support. If market is bullish, you are trading support. You are trading support. And if market is bearish, you are trading resistance. So if market is in bearish, you are trading resistance. If market is bullish, you are trading support. Because every movement, every transaction involves the two parties at the same time. One cannot exist without one. There will be no market. So we are not trading supply and demand because supply and demand is the market itself. So if you are trading, the concept is you are trading where market breathe in, breathe out, pause a little before decide. Those areas, we call them support and resistance. Price breathing. Price need to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just like you and I. So now that you know that supply and demand is not a strategy, you doesn't have to change anything in your concept, in your brainstorms. Just have to advance it to know that, okay, for market to move in any particular day, there must be a supply and demand at the same time. Yes, but different equilibrium. It can be higher than each other. Sometimes it's equal. That is where you have a constant demand. You see the market, the price is going to be dropping. Like you see the price will be driving up, just like this diagram you're seeing here. Everything, there will be a balance. Maybe it's when there's equal of equal buyers and sellers in the market, there will be no actual movement. So there will be no actual movement. Now we call consolidation. Marketing, they are the people reaction. You and I reaction. What we are feeling, what we are action, what we are doing. We are feeling panic. Like just imagine the gold movement for the past 3 years. For the past 3 years, gold have been a significant buy. So if something is on a bullish movement like this, then the only thing is you want to be trading is is looking for buy. Maybe that means looking for support, looking for support. And how do you know when all these things change? Is by the time your market is buying, maybe market is buying for this whole month, and it just make this kind of rejection. So in this kind of area, boom, it's going to become a resistance zone. Can use the premium. You can use the premium. So, and there's a lot of demand, a lot of that where market was trying to sell the push up. So the demand there is too, which is all these things to happen. Buyers and sellers happen at the same times. But on this area where there's a change, call it supply and demand. No, supply and demand is every inch of the market. But when market breaks back, continue, those areas we consider as support and resistance. Higher time frame, then go and focus on trading support from lower time frame. And if you have a very bias from higher time frame, then go and trade resistance on lower time frame. There's nothing can go wrong. So I'm glad you guys get along with me. I get along with me. Don't change anything about what you understand before. Just let this upgrade it. Supply and demand is markets. Support and resistance is what you are trading. And trade is simple. If you have a bullish, so keep it simple. Maybe you're on a daily trend. You're using daily for your bias, whatever how daily is closing based on the structure. Then you want to do what? You want to be trading support on lower time frame, like 1 hour, 15 minutes or so. You understand? So if you see the kind of trade that is here, this is January, this January 26th trade right here, started from here. And we have bullish from the old. By the time market starts forming another strong bullish movement, then we start buying. Managing, we are waiting for February now. Then we wait for the bias is still buy. The very return here that's going to cause a resistance is going to be a resistance. So market can be breathing inside here for as long as you want, some period of time, which is not new. We understand that this is what market is doing now. This is what we are doing now. What you and I are doing now. So I think we're good. So if you are interested in academy, you want to learn, you want to seek for a proper wet structural educational system, then click the link in bio and find AZ Academy, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, or join and DM for mentorship. You're welcome. Enjoy your weekend and review your this month's performance. Good.